So I'm talking about the cover of Chester, and Chester's holding a red marker like he does throughout the whole story. And the importance of the red marker on the cover shows that he is already taking command on the way the story is going without even flipping through the story. He's already changed the title, the ward that's there, and the author's name, and made it himself. So he's obviously the most important on here, and you can tell that based on the demand he has with his eyes. He's very much staring at us. And he's the biggest part on the cover. And you can tell that he's a lot bigger than the mouse. And the part that's interesting about the mouse is that he was actually in the real given part of the cover that was given by Melanie. If we know the story, the mouse was the original character of the story. Melanie wanted to talk about a mouse, but Chester took the attention from the mouse. And it's obvious on here because the mouse is much smaller than Chester is. And the background is a wallpaper. It's green, calm, homey feeling, and the whole story is Chester wanting to be the main attention in this story, which is based in the house. So the fact that he's the biggest part on the cover and he is in the home setting shows that he is getting what he wanted.
The book Chester is very unique in the fact that the paperback book and the hardcover book both have a dust jacket. The dust jacket for the paperback book is the same as the dust jacket for the hardcover, and you can see that Chester has already started to take control of the story. He has different marks throughout that help set up the reader for the type of conversation that will take place between Melanie and Chester in the story. Chester's tail is also pictured on the dust jacket, which shows that Chester has already entered into the story. We don't know where he's gone, but he is already in the story, wreaking havoc. You can also see that Chester's writing in red, which shows that he is a very powerful character and demands our attention. When you look at the dust jacket, the first thing that your eyes go to is the red text, again showing his demanding position in the story. When you flip to the back of the dust jacket, you can see that Chester has already gotten there as well. Chester has started to cross out different stuff that Melanie Watt has said, and Melanie's Watt picture is not a complete picture. Instead, you have Chester's complete self-portrait, and you have Chester writing the whole story and his own author's note, because he is obviously the author of Chester, not Melanie Watt.
Alright, so looking at the title page and the first couple pages in the story, we've got actual real art supplies that are not drawn but are just right there, which shows kind of like the disconnect between the book and the actual real world. We've also got more red writing, and on the title page we've got Chester entering the story, so he's physically entering the book by moving over to the next page. The mouse is also circled in this one, as it shows that Melanie also decided to focus her story on the mouse and not on Chester. And this is Chester's really first kind of glimpse into taking over the story as he reaches for the red pen.
Alright, so on the copyright and dedication page, it's just white, but over here, Chester has written over the author's handwriting as his own handwriting and crossed out hers and made himself his own dedication to himself in his writing with the red. And then the mouse is shown really small at the bottom of the page, and he looks very mad with his arms crossed, and he's actually looking over to the title page at Chester walking into the story. You could call this Chester's last revenge on the book, where he's drawing over the author's picture like we see in the front of the book. He and the mouse have both come out of their pictures into realistic characters. Chester's holding the red marker like he has the whole story, and you can see the mouse reaching for the tape, which is important when you get to the back cover.
On the back cover of Chester, the mouse has grabbed the tape that was previously shown in the epilogue and has taken revenge on Chester by taping a note on Chester's back, and Chester is facing away from us because he believes that his story has been completed and the mouse is now demanding his rightful attention.